Listen. It was my first time being in a car as it was being cleaned. Moving through a tunnel, like being in the mouth of a whale. The prayer gave me a memory that isn't mine. But it feels like mine now. It seems like it came from the golden season. I've been given so many memories here. I hope I'm able to pass them on through this journal.
I've always prayed when I needed something, but now I just want to thank you. The calm you brought over the world. I'm in love with this silence. This moment. We're going to live, and we're going to remember.
Memory told over and over again.
I've always prayed when I needed something. I've always prayed when I needed something, but now I just want to thank you. The calm you brought over the world.
Mom wasn't there when he passed away. I was there. Dad had his eyes closed, but he was making a face, like he could see something. So I asked him what he was looking at. He said he was looking at me, and I was all grown up. He saw me climbing up a hill in the sun. Then he said his memories were falling to the soil, and he had to go with them. He didn't want to go, but he had to. He squeezed my hand, and it hurt, but I didn't mind. Can we wait here a while? Just to see if something will happen?
I met a boy who lost his father just like I did. It's something I don't talk about much, but I did to him. I've been recording everything for you, but this feels private. I'm not sure if I want to share this with the future.
You're still here. The tour is over. That's your prize, okay? I have to go home now. I'll see you someday later today.
Kochi collected objects around the valley and laid them to rest at his father's grave. I've collected memories. Where will they be laid to rest? The museum vault? This flower was broadcasting music.
The sun is going down, so the shrine should be open. The monk is very reclusive these days. You and him are the two weirdest people I've ever met, so I like the idea of you hanging out together.
I've always prayed when I needed something. But now I just want to thank you. The calm you brought over the world. I'm in love with this silence. This moment. We're going to live. And we're going to remember.
It's weird to have a favorite god, but it would be the god of sleep for everyone here. He gave us this calm season.
Everyone's here. She's really going to do it. How can she be sure?
The shrine is protected.
How does she know?
Sonia knows.
How can she be sure? She can't know for sure. This has never happened before, has it? I don't want this. We need to leave. Let's just run.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Oh, God.
We're going to be okay. It will all be over soon.
Those are people in the shrine during the prayer that ended the war. They packed everyone in there to protect them, so only the soldiers would fall asleep. I can't believe this all happened not that long ago, just before our time.
The info sign earlier said they are dangerous in large numbers. I have a pendant, though. Has the power of this god decayed like the statue? Or is it as strong as ever? This field was absolutely full of memories. I'm glad I had my pendant, otherwise it would have been overwhelming. These slips are prayers to this god for forgetting things. Void. I pray to the god of forgetting. I pray to the void to take a memory from me. There was a moment of hesitation between my pendant and the god. Did I really want this? If I did, my pendant would allow it. This god is not to be played around with. Our memories define us. I thought of my mom, who lost so much to protect me. The year of the din? Was that how they recorded years in the olden days? I'm sure these critters will escape the valley before the flood. This is a season when memories echo on and on and on and on. Will the echoes fade away, or will they be cut off abruptly? Looks like there's no one around anymore to enforce this. This looks like a little furnace on wheels to burn stuff and move around. There are a lot of these signs. They must really want to keep people out of this area. I found a dig site that is fenced off from view. What were they doing here? A gray hand said he left his materials behind. It should be somewhere around here. They look relieved to have finished their work. I heard this tune before, on my journey here. What we do to the land eventually makes its way into our blood and our brains. This can define a season. There's a big tray with a researcher's notebook inside it somewhere. The work at the dig site has something to do with Day Zero. Could it be the source of the strange things I've seen in the valley? A tube-shaped thing. It could roll around? But I have a feeling it's not supposed to. Memories and emotions condensed into a mineral. I wonder what this channel is for. They must have already shipped out all the harpic they need. What do they need all this harpic for? I wonder what's on this reel. What is Day Zero? Maybe I can find out more about it. They dug up all that harpic in order to conduct some sort of prayer on Day Zero.
I've recreated the same setup as the prayer statues right here in my workshop. I set up a singing bowl so I can verify the pattern that will form in the water. And some harpic, of course. Each god seems to correspond to a resonating frequency. And when this vibration acts on the harpic, we get the psychoactive response. Going to give it a try here.
I remember watching my dad make shadow puppets on the wall. Felt strange because I could see how it was done. I could see the trick of it, but it still felt kind of magical.
It worked. I do feel the more I do this, the more tired, and it feels like it takes me longer to return to the present. But now I have some control. I face the question of how this mineral affects the soil. I still have a lot of work to do. That's all for today.
This kind of experiment can wear out the mind. But this was worth it. The Greyhands present one side to the public, and another is hidden behind metal fences. There is no one to oppose them. There is only my record of what they did here. I'm not sure I can go through that again. The memories of the owner now turned into a beautiful mineral.
The necessity of day zero is not just psychological, it's ecological. Because there is a compounding effect to these minerals and their psychological effect. And we see this in Tiang Valley. There is a memory and a memory of a memory and a memory of a memory of a memory. This echo effect, this recursive nature is the problem. As this cycles through the ecosystem, it creates points of pressure where things bleed, and soil and human minds are contaminated. Some will say, what's a few daytime visions? But it is an increasing risk, an increasing danger. Left alone, the haunted quality of this season will only get worse. The necessity of day zero is also to... This particular action will neutralize this phenomenon at its source. This is not an endless cycle. We are putting an end to this psychoactive material, and we are opening up space for something new.
How do they plan to remove the haunted quality of this season? every working truck or bicycle, there is always a pile of broken ones, rated to scrape together just enough parts to get one working. I wish Pate could call this hotline to talk about his heavy dream.
Stay where you can hear me, okay?
Thank God they have electricity down here.
Did you hear from your friend in the watery republic? Which one is it?
The Topaz. We could get a ride with them on the coast.
Great. And we're really just gonna leave the car behind.
That's a junker anyway.
Beautiful.
I told you 786 would be our year. I sang you that whole song about it.
They sound so free and happy, just roaming around the world.
Stay where you can. Stay where you can hear me, okay?
Thank God they have electricity down here.
Did you hear from your friend in the watery republic? Which one is it?
The Topaz. We could get a ride with them on the coast.
We begin in our mother's arms. We open our eyes, but she's not there. We breathe in. Where is she? She is everywhere. And we breathe out. Good morning. Welcome. Congratulations. You have just stepped into a new season. You may feel as if you're seeing the world for the first time. You may have noticed that colors are more vibrant. You may have noticed that food tastes better. What you are feeling right now is how it feels to be liberated from the past. There once was a season that was beautiful. But everyone you met, their eyes were clouded, and their necks were turned backwards. They were weighed down by loss, haunted by the nightmares of another era. Now you may feel as if a great weight has been lifted. In certain cases, you may feel an unexpendable well of energy rising up inside you, because you know there is so much to do. That the world is ours. And it can be anything we want. With your help, we're going to do it right this time. You won't be alone. There will always be a hand and a voice beside you.
there will always be a song to sing.
Tear down the ruin in your mind, the wound you kept inside, can you let it go? Share now the season in your eyes, the people that you find will forget what's yours and mine in the world to come. Tear down the ruin in your mind, the wound you've kept inside, can you let it go? Share now the season in your eyes, the people that you find will forget what's yours and mine in the world to come.
What if, on the other side of all our fears, is a better world? Or a worse one? What if it depends on what we do right now? Day 0 will be the day between one season and the next. It will be the moment everything changes. They believe this will create a better season, that it will heal us. I hold tight to the feeling of being almost lost, barely lost, wandering with conviction. If I could tell Dad that I left home, I would describe this feeling to him in detail.